TV23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. You know what today is? Thursday, September 10th, 2015. On today's show, we're moving it up a day. Adam Jewell, our entertainment correspondent, he'll join us from Chicago. Now, let's take a look and see what's happening in some of the news around the area. A Hardisty, Oklahoma woman is dead following a fatality accident Friday, September 4th in Texas County, Oklahoma. A little after 4 p.m. Friday, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol reported Nicole Mayhew, 37 of Hardisty, was driving a 2012 GMC Terrain about 3 miles west of Guyman, Oklahoma on U.S. Highway 54. Mayhew's vehicle was traveling eastbound when it approached a 2013 Mack truck driven by Hal Don Mahan, 68 of Alva, Oklahoma. The Highway Patrol said the Terrain struck the back of the truck. Mayhew was pinned in the vehicle and was extricated by the jaws of life by the Guyman Fire Rescue. She was transported to University Medical Center in Lubbock. She was pronounced dead shortly before 1:30 Saturday morning. Well, the county mill level will increase from 41.079 in 2015 to 42.944 in 2016 as approved in the Ford County Commission meeting on Tuesday. In the 2016 proposed budget, the total budget increased from $26.5 million to just over $29 million, and net expenditures increased by $2.3 million. The assessed valuation increased from $278.5 million to just over $289 million. Now, the county has seen a $10 million loss from oil and gas valuations. A 21-year-old man from Deerfield has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for sex crimes involving 2 children under the age of 14. Tyler Archer received his prison term Tuesday in Kearney County District Court. Archer pleaded guilty to the charges in July, stemming from sexual contact with the children between December 2013 and July 2014. Guyman High School and Guyman Central Junior High School were on a lockdown status following an incident from Tuesday night, according to school officials. Guyman Public Schools Superintendent Doug Melton said he couldn't elaborate on the specific situation, only calling it an incident. As a result of the incident, Melton said a crisis intervention team was available at the junior high school. Now, because the incident may have involved students from both the high school and junior high, Melton said both schools remained locked down throughout Wednesday. All doors except the front doors remained locked at the schools. Police officer monitored the front door. Now, the lockdown is being done as a precaution. Well, the Kansas Department of Transportation invites the public to review proposed plans for improvements to K-27 from the Hamilton County Fairgrounds north to the US 50 junction in Syracuse. Kansas Department of Transportation will host a public information open house Wednesday, September 16th from 4 to 6 p.m. Now remember, that's Mountain Time out there at the Hamilton County Fair Building. This will be a come-and-go event, and visitors will be able to review the proposed plans and visit with representatives of the Kansas Department of Transportation. Comments during the event will assist road designers in the development of the final plan. Now, the proposed K-27 project has yet to be funded for construction, and if it is funded, the work could begin as early as 2018. The USD 480 Board of Education met Tuesday night and voted to accept a low-income grant. The district qualifies for a Rural Low-Income Schools Program grant. The grant is based on census data in which at least 20% of the district's children, ages 5 to 17, are from families with incomes below the poverty line. The district received $58,114. Now, the board also approved the sale of property at the Seymour Rogers and Prairie View Elementary site. Trailers and Trails purchased the 1.7 acres for $29.5 thousand. And the Wolf Creek Nuclear Power Plant in Kansas has celebrated its 30th anniversary. The anniversary comes at a time when environmental groups say attitudes have softened towards the use of nuclear plants because of more immediate concerns over climate change. They say it is more related to the use of coal. Now, the Wolf Creek plant began commercial operation in 1985 and was a focal point in a debate over the safety and cost of nuclear energy following a major accident at the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant in Pennsylvania. As a result, few plants have been built since Wolf Creek. The most recent was a plant in Tennessee, which opened back in 1996. And finally, don't forget, United Wireless will be holding a casting call today in Liberal at their store until 1 p.m. And tomorrow, they'll be in Dodge City at their corporate headquarters from 12 to 1. And that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. Stick around. I'll be back with weather after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/sign.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we take a look up to the northeast on the TV 23 tower cam. It's not bad out there. A few clouds off up here to the north, but nothing really spectacular. Let's take a look at the readings. Hey, I'm behind the weather. Hey, temperatures are 82, relative humidity 59%. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 11. Barometric pressure is holding steady. Taking a look at our temperatures around the area, we've got 75 out in Lamar and 77 in Dodge City, Pratt and Medicine Lodge, both in the 70s. There is a front that's kind of sliding through there, and so they still have a cloud cover over there. Looking at our current dew points, Medicine Lodge, yep, they're the wet spot. Their dew point is at 70 degrees. Hayes and Lamar, Elkhart seem to be the dry spots. Everybody else in the mid-60s. Taking a look at our current wind speeds around the area, everybody is pretty much a southerly wind. Highest 18 up there in Garden City out of the south-southwest. Let's take a look at our overnight readings from the Garden City Regional Airport. 87 degrees was the high yesterday. Record of 101 back in 1983. The low 58 last night. Record 40, 1962. So far the month to date, only 4 100ths in the bucket. Taking a look at our forecast for tomorrow. We do have, or today, 92 degrees, sunny, 20% chance of rain. That's going to happen about after 4 o'clock today. Winds are going to be out of the south-southwest at 15. Tonight, mostly cloudy, 30% chance of rain hanging around, but that'll be out of there by midnight. That's when the winds are going to, so there, hello, winds are going to switch around from the southeast at 13 to the northeast. Looking at tomorrow, there is a 20% chance of rain, but that's going to be out of the forecast by about 9 o'clock tomorrow. High tomorrow, 76. It's going to cool off nicely. Northeast winds at 15, and if you're going to a high school football game tomorrow night, want to may throw in a hoodie or something. Low is going to be 55. Winds are going to be out of the east, northeast at 11, switching around to the southeast. Looking at our 7-day, there's that chance of rain. We do cool down over the weekend, but summer is going to sneak back in first part of the week. That's a look at weather. Markets are next.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans. These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids. Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV 23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. we'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV 23.
And welcome back. It's a day early, but we are now joined by our entertainment correspondent from Chicago. He is Adam Jewell. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How's things in Chicago today?
It's a bright and sunny day. We've got a lovely panoramic view of the skyline. Very clear outside.
All right. Okay, good deal. All right, today we're going to talk about not the 5 big blockbusters of the summer, but what you think, or you're going to tell us, are the 5 best movies of the summer.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So, first one we're going to start out with is
We're going to start out with number 5.
Oh, we're going, okay. All right. We're working our way up. Gotcha.
Yes.
Important safety tip. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So, number 5 would be Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, everyone would be like, oh, well, Avengers was so awesome. Well, it was okay, but it lacked a lot of plot holes and just, it seemed like Joss Whedon and a lot of the people just kind of phoned it in and be like, all right, well, just another comic book movie. Let's do this. I'm not saying it was bad or anything, but it wasn't great. So that's where we are with that. And plus, the whole comic book idea, it's getting stale. So we need to kind of get some new fresh blood going.
Okay. But this had all the typical stars in it. Robert Downey Jr., Chris, what's his name? The guy that plays Thor, Scarlett Johansson, the whole gamut, right?
Yes.
All right, but this was better than the Fantastic Four movie that came out, right?
Well, yeah, that was just a piece of garbage.
All right, okay. All right, so since this is your number 5 of the summer, tumbleweeds on this, baby.
I gave it like 3.
Okay, I'm just checking. I didn't know. Maybe you changed your mind. All right, so we've got nowhere to go but up from here. Number 4 for the summer is?
Number 4 is the lovely comedy Spy with Melissa McCarthy. And it directed by Paul Feig, who's going to be directing the new Ghostbusters. And what this is, it's just a funny take on the whole spy movie genre, kind of poking a little fun at things like Mission Impossible, James Bond, stuff like that, and the kind of zero to hero story, essentially.
Okay, all right, but I have one question for you, since this is a Melissa McCarthy movie.
Yes.
Now, does she play the same type of character that she's always played in her previous movies? Kind of the off-wit, slapstick type of comedy thing?
Kind of, but not too much.
Okay, so this is one of her better movies, maybe, except for Bridesmaids. She was really good in Bridesmaids.
Yes, and Paul Feig also directed Bridesmaids.
Oh, okay, so well, that makes sense then. All right. Okay, so this one is kind of a fun movie. It's worth the rent for sure, or if it's still in theaters, go see it on a matinee, right?
Yeah, it was probably the funniest movie of the summer.
Okay, all right, Tumbleweeds on number 4 gets?
3.
3, all right, so it's kind of like Avengers Age of Ultron, both get 3. All right, moving up, number 3 is?
We talked about this a few weeks back, Shaun the Sheep. It's one of the best animated movies of the summer, but not quite the best animated movies. We'll get to that here in just a minute. But with Shaun the Sheep, once again, they just nailed it, knocked it out of the park. And if you have kids and haven't seen it, just go see it. That's all I can say.
All right, because this is a claymation movie, correct?
Yes.
All right, and this is the same people that did Wallace and Gromit?
Yes.
And there was another one, Chicken Run. Chicken
Yes.
Run. I enjoyed Chicken Run when it came out a long time ago. Okay, but the funny thing about this one is none of the characters talk, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I remember when we talked about that you said none of the characters talk. So, all right. Shaun the Sheep, your number 3 movie for the summer. Tumbleweeds are?
Refer to previous episodes. I believe I gave it 3.5 or 4.
Okay, all right. You don't remember. All right, good for you. Okay, moving on. Your number 2 movie of the summer.
What I was just talking about, it was Shaun the Sheep. It wasn't really the best animated movie yet because that title belongs to, once again, Pixar. And with their lovely movie, Inside Out, that stars Amy Poehler, and it's about what if feelings had feelings, essentially. Taking you inside a child and the feelings that they go through, like anger, disgust, fear, and joy, obviously. Once again, they just nailed it, knocked it out of the park, and just very heartwarming and lovely. I mean, I went and saw it by myself, and I thought it was fantastic.
Is it very sentimental? You didn't cry, did you? Did it make you tear? Did it bring one right here?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Just checking. All right. So Amy Poehler is in this from Saturday Night Live and those types of things. Who else is in this as voices?
Bill Hader plays Fear. Mindy Kaling plays Disgust. Lewis Black, the angry, crotchety old man comedian, plays Anger, obviously. And it just deals with kind of what it's like to be a kid sometimes, and then also what if feelings had feelings. And there's just parts in it where you just watch it and you're like, oh yeah, I even relate to that. So.
Okay. So we haven't reviewed this movie at all, but it's a Pixar, which you are a fan of. And so for the summer, this is your number 2 pick of the best movies of the summer. You're going to give this, how many tumbleweeds?
4.
4. So this baby moves right up. You must really be impressed with this one. Now, this one is more animation and not claymation, right? Like Shaun the Sheep.
It's all animation.
All right, okay. And this is a good family fun movie you can take the kids to?
Oh, yeah.
All right, okay. All right. That brings us to, dun dun dun, your number 1 movie of the summer. And you're going with Mad Max Fury Road, right?
Thanks. I wanted to say that.
Oh,
but
sorry.
anyways, yes.
Spoiler alert. I'm sorry.
Yes, Mad Max Fury Road. It is the 4th installment of the Mad Max franchise, if you will, and all 4 have been directed by the same man. But this time it's really different because it still takes place in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and it stars Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. But you have the kind of role reversal where you think Tom Hardy's really the main character protagonist, but he's really not. It's more kind of about Charlize Theron, which is nice. And it's just a adrenaline-based action car chase for 2 hours, essentially. Which is pretty gnarly.
So it's all action all the time.
Pretty much.
Which most of the Mad Max movies are all action all the time. Mm-hmm. All right, and they've moved on. This is not a Mel Gibson thing. I'm sure things have progressed from the very first Mad Max way back when it was shot on a limited budget.
Correct.
Okay.
But it was still shot in Australia, and like I said, by the same director.
Okay.
And it's not really a sequel either, because they kind of just go with the idea of, really anyone can be Mad Max. So.
Okay. All you got to do is be mad and your name Max, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So this is your number 1 pick for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Tumbleweeds on this baby on number 1. Dun dun dun.
4.
4. Okay. But this, okay. So, right, a recap. Your number 1 movies are, starting with number 5 was Avengers: Age of Ultron, Spy, Shaun the Sheep, Inside Out, and Mad Max Fury Road.
Correct.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
And then stay tuned for next week, where Emmy predictions.
Emmy predictions.
Yep.
All right. Kind of a teaser there. All right. Thanks for the tease. Talk to you next week.
All right. See you then.
See ya. And stick around. I'll be right back after this.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
And welcome back to High Plains today. Hey, NFL starts tonight. Let's take a quick look at the weather that's out there as we speak. 83 degrees, relative humidity is going down a little bit, 52%. Winds are out of the south at 12. Barometric pressure still holding steady. Looking at the 7-day, you can see we do have a chance of thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. That should be not a big deal. Summer's going to creep back in the beginning of next week. Lows for the next 3 days going to be in the 50s, and we're back into the 60s. Go out and make it a great Thursday, everybody. See ya.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV 23 on our Facebook page.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV 23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/.